You might remember a couple weeks ago, we sent Cassandra to one of the scariest haunted houses in the area. The Hill Has Eyes at the Rock Sports Complex. You said it would scare the stuff right out of you, or the hair right off of you.
Something like that.
Something like that. But
well, you said you asked had I lost my wits. I said no, I still had my wits and my wig, but the evening was still early.
yeah, okay. But we sent her back.
Yeah. I did go back, Steve. I was so impressed with the makeup and the actors there that I wanted to see how it was done. Check this out.
Halloween is I think it's the second most popular holiday behind Christmas. So people love it. People get really excited about it.
And you guys here at The Rock take it really, really seriously.
Yeah, we have for 11 years. Yeah, so Brandon Raspberry is our creative director. He's over our makeup team, and then Chris Slater also helps out with makeup along with a handful of other folks. But yeah, they really sort of lead the look behind the makeup piece of it.
Honestly, it all started about 2008. I always would decorate my house for Halloween, and I kind of fell in love with like looking at makeups from like things from like Six Flags Fright Fest and other just things on YouTube. So at one point in time, I went to the Halloween store and bought a prosthetic and adhered it to my face, and from there, then my love for makeup began. This is my 8th season with The Hill Has Eyes.
I've been at it for a decade now. I started with The Hill Has Eyes also 8 years ago. I'm a stunt performer. I started doing that when I was 17 outside of Haunt and ended up bringing it here and kind of integrating it into my role as a psycho clown. So my stunt is actually called the human blockhead. Essentially, I shoved 4-inch screwdrivers up my nose. That plus theatrical acting and makeup. Don't try this at home. I'm a professional. I've practiced outside of Haunt for hours and hours. It took me over a year to be able to comfortably perform.
In the past, we had a very extensive makeup team. We had a large amount of costumes people could pick from. On the onset of COVID, our actors were forced to sort of self-create those costumes, interpret what that character meant to them, do their own makeup, and what that's created over the last 2 or 3 years is something very, very special.
To make a good character, you need to at least think of a plot, like a story baseline for your character, decide how it's gonna act, and then when it comes to the costume, once you have that on and the makeup on, it kind of helps put it all together and bring it to life.
Our costumes are created largely by the character and the actor themselves, and they're special to our haunt. If we go out in costume into a public setting, we will definitely get an eyebrow raised.
So Joe, thank you for giving us a behind-the-scenes look at the makeup and costume of The Hill Has Eyes.
Absolutely. Come and see us, rain or shine.
All right. They're here.
Looked like it was raining.
It was. It was.
I love that they take it as a serious acting job.
Yes.
They're not just playing dress up. They're talking about figuring out who their character is.
Yes. I mean, Chris, the psycho clown, actually makes her own like blood out of corn syrup, and it's interesting. Fascinating, though.
You made some lifelong friends.
I did. You can still see The Hill Has Eyes.
Yes.
They run for 2 more weekends with a not-so-scary version on Monday. You might want to check.
And then they turn it down to like 2 or 3 for the kids on Sundays. Okay.
And as we get closer to Halloween, know when it's time for you to dress up your boys and ghouls for trick-or-treat. Scan the QR code on your screen for a list of all the days and the times trick-or-treating is happening in our area.
And when